Good morning. Well, at least it's morning while I'm shooting this. Nice crisp Sunday morning. So, right now, close to the holidays, there's not a whole lot going on around the house. Waiting for parts for different projects that are going on. So, and obviously, I'm broke from spending all my money on everybody else's Christmas. So, with that being said, I was like, well, I'll just do a short film on 5 things that kind of suck about driving an old pickup as a daily. Now, before this video gets going, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my truck. This truck has a lot of history. This truck is very sentimental. But with all that being said, there's still some downfalls to driving an old, 2001 Dodge Ram half-ton. So let's just get into it. All right, so I'm actually about to go back to Terrell. In my last video, I was talking about going out to the beaver meat. I go all the way out there, didn't eat dinner, so I was like, I'm gonna grab me something quick to eat on the way out there. This is not a plug for Whataburger, but I tell you what, they came in clutch. I go all the way, go get up to the drive-thru, order my food, get up to pay. I forgot my wallet at home like a freaking idiot. So I told the lady, I was like, no, cancel my order. I didn't get my, I bring my wallet, yada, yada, yada. This young girl that was working the sliding window, she covered it for me. She insisted. She's like, it's not a big deal. I got you. Manager got involved, says, yes, we got you. Just, if you can come back and bring us that money, that's great. I told her I'd be back Saturday morning. And I didn't make it. I completely forgot. So here it is. Like I said, Sunday morning, I'm on my way out there. But anyway, frick, you can't beat Whataburger. I see all these videos, there's a commercials at Chick-fil-A, they get people involved. Man, Whataburger's got your back. But anyway, so that's why I'm in my truck. I'm about to go out there and give them the due change, if you will. But for starters, I just hopped in here. Number one about, it's probably not even an old pickup necessarily as much as it is an old Dodge. Yeah, you guys knew where I was going with that. Anybody who knows anything about these old Dodges, for crying out loud. And it wasn't that bad. It didn't used to be that bad, or at least the whole time I've had it. It's just deteriorated, crack here and there. But the holes happened from doing the heater core. Oh my gosh, you cannot get in there without turning up the dash. So it finally was just, I'd rather have heat and replace the dash later. So that's number one. So let's get going. So just got into Terrell, had to stop and gas, which brings me to point number 2, the fuel in an old pickup. Now, the argument can be made that any truck, is not fuel efficient. You don't buy trucks to, save gas. I understand that. But at the same time, it's 2018 with new technology. These newer trucks are getting a hell of a lot better fuel economy than this old goat here. It's not a bad thing, but it could be better, and there's things you can do. I know that you can to get better fuel economy. I just haven't got to those yet, but still, that's point number 2. So there we are, like I said, at Buc-ee's getting gas again. So we'll be out of here and on to point 3. So we left Buc-ee's, right across the street behind it is Whataburger, the one I stopped at the other night. Man of my word, went and paid Mackenzie again. If you see this, thank you very much. But I'm a man of my word, reimbursed you. I decided while I was here to go ahead and grab me a, little patty melt, get the tummy full. But that brings me, it brings this 40 minute trip. It's 40 minutes from my house out here, one way. So obviously, it's gonna be 40 minutes back home. With that being said, that much time behind the wheel brings me to my 3rd point, which is creature comforts within the vehicle. I put aftermarket stereo and stuff like that. What I'm getting at is like you can go out nowadays, buy a pickup with the heated AC seats, heated steering wheels. Just the whole 9, bells and whistles. Just outrageous stuff. there's a lot of stuff you can do to these trucks, and granted, you can do all that stuff to an old truck, but I mean, you would have to, go through loops and hoops and all kinds of stuff to be a pain in the butt as compared to just going out and getting a new truck that already has all that in there. So it's not a a deal breaker for me per se, like, oh, I need to just go park this old goat so I can have these AC heated seats, heated steering wheel, the touchscreen stereo, on and on and on. But I know there's a lot of guys out there that means big deal to them. They want those bells and whistles, and and that's why they prefer getting new vehicles every few years to have just say they have all the new stuff, new technology that comes with the new vehicle. So but yeah, there's some things I'd like to have. Like I said, I upgraded the radio, I got Bluetooth. There's little things here and there that I do, but I still had to do them to my old truck as compared to buying, like I said, a new truck and having all that stuff that already in there. So that's probably point number 3 is not having everything a new vehicle or a new pickup would have in there from the lot. So we're about to leave Terrell, get back to the house, and on to point 4. Okay, so we just pulled up at the house, and with that being said, we just pulled up on point number 4. Number 4, Dodge is probably got to be the worst, but just old trucks in general also, the cab space. There's no way in hell I'm getting an adult back there. Because of that, I put a sub box there. I just use it as extra stowaway cargo storage. So there's absolutely, I don't even know why we got a back seat. There's no room back there at all. And it's, like I said, Dodge probably is the worst, but it's not just Dodge in the old pickups. I know the OBS Chevrolet extended cab, we used to own one, same thing, but not a whole lot of room, a little bit more than this old goat, but still the same thing, not a whole lot of room back there. The old Fords, a little bit better, still not a whole lot of room. Modern day trucks, extended cab 4-door, you can put a adult. I'm 6'2" roughly. I can get in the back seat of a lot of these new pickups and have leg room and be just fine. And we're not even talking about stuff like the mega cabs and stuff like that. Just normal cab, like I said, extended cabs or regular 4-doors. The cabs on the newer pickups are just a lot bigger in general than the old pickups. So I'd have to say that's point number 4. Downfall of the older pickups. So yeah, cab space. And with that, on to point number 5. Point 5, probably the biggest factor, and especially daily in an old truck, would be not just PM, but repairs in general. There's a lot of times where PM on an older pickup, especially if you're daily, like I said, will turn into a repair. It's just the fact of the matter. I've gone through hub bearing. I've done rotations. I do them at the house here, but like I said, there's been times where that's turned in, doing a rotation has turned into finding out the hub bearing is needing to be replaced. It's happened to me about 3 times. So hub bearings, had to replace the rear end because old pickup. This is a Dodge we're talking about. Transmission, I'm on my second one. But not to mention stuff like radiators. Just fixes. It's just part of having an old truck. It's keeping them on the road. It is such a pain in the butt, but at the same time, it does give you gratitude that you can do that. You can take these old pickups and keep them on the road. I find joy in it. Some people, it's just not worth it. I do. I take a lot of pride in the fact that I know I can keep an old truck on the road. But that's, like I said, that's probably the biggest thing about the downfall of an old pickup is just not necessarily PM. PM is just, it's a little more, not necessarily in depth, but you definitely want to stay on it. It's more important, I would say, as compared to a newer vehicle. You can slide away with maybe an extra month here and there, an oil change, trans fluid change. Rear differential fluid change every 50,000 miles, whatever, however often you do it. But this is stuff that you want to stay on top of with an old vehicle because it's it's older. You want to keep it on the road. It just takes more to do that. So with that being said, that's probably the biggest downfall is keeping it on the road as compared to a newer vehicle is like I said, just the fact of PMs and repairs. It just seems, and also as far as repairs go, it seems like there's a lot more stuff going wrong on an older vehicle. I know, who would have thought, right? But yeah, I'd have to say that's the top 5 right there all together, all of those. Like I said, that's not necessarily that I'm complaining or bitching. I mean, because I can already hear it in the comment section now. Oh, just get you a new truck. Well, that's not what this video is about. This video is just if somebody's thinking of maybe saving some money, because you can go out and buy an older pickup. It's paid off, you know, super cheap. And I mean, it balances out. Yeah, you don't have a car payment, but you are making repairs. I mean, there's a way, an option. But to fit my needs, that's why I chose an old pickup. And so I can live with those top 5 bad things about my daily and old daily and old pickup. So yeah, here's the video. That's the top 5, my opinion. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this. I know this was a different change of pace from what we normally do. Still obviously getting used to making videos, getting used to YouTube and all this stuff, but I am enjoying this, so I'm continuing to keep going on it. But like I said, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Please subscribe. I'd love to freaking, you know, get this going and meet new people through this and all that good stuff. But yeah, hit the like, subscribe, please. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in video 4.